What's going on, my Jack brother? Coach Scott here. I just spent the past 30 days without taking a single supplement, not even a vitamin or protein powder. In today's video, I'm going to share any changes that I noticed and what my plans are for supplementation now that this experiment has been complete. Now, the reason for this experiment was simply out of curiosity. For the past couple of years, I've been experimenting by introducing different supplements into my diet and seeing how my body responded to it. And I thought, hey, let's do something a little bit different. See how my body would respond if I eliminate all supplementation from my diet. Plus, not to mention that, it wouldn't be bad if I could spend as little money as possible on supplementation and still thrive in all aspects of my life. Now, it's important to note that everything about my lifestyle has remained exactly the same, still prioritizing sleep, getting 8 to 8.5 hours each and every night, training 5 days per week, and living a fun, active lifestyle. Now, one of the toughest things about going without supplements for the past 30 days has been not adding protein powder to my morning breakfast shake, mainly for the taste, the flavor, the texture of it. I find it is a little bit more creamy when I add the protein powder to it. I experimented with a bunch of different things. I've added a tablespoon of cacao powder, a tablespoon of almond butter to it. Sometimes I've added some Greek yogurt, flavored Greek yogurt, whether it's coconut or cherry Greek yogurt to it. I found when I bumped it up to 2 tablespoons of cacao powder, that started adding more flavor to it. So basically, I wasn't enjoying my morning breakfast shakes quite as much, mainly because of the flavor that the whey protein powder provides. And it's not necessarily the whey protein powder that is adding the flavor, it's whatever flavors are added to that protein powder. And I go with a whey casein blend, so I find that gives a little bit, with the casein in there, a little bit thicker consistency to my morning breakfast shakes. Now let's talk about how my strength was impacted going 30 days without taking any supplements. If you've been following my channel for any length of time, you know that my strength has pretty much been plateaued for the past few years, which is to be expected. I'm about to turn 47 years young, been lifting for over 30 years. Any gains that I'm making in regards to strength or muscle building is coming at a very slow pace, and I am more than cool with that. Again, it is to be expected. Now, prior to this experiment, I did a 2-month experiment where I used Black Forest Turkesterone, which I believe is likely beta-ectosterone, but nonetheless, my strength increased across the board with all exercises. For example, the hammer strength chest press, I was able to bump up the weight from 270 pounds to 290 pounds for 6 tough repetitions. And then by the end of the 2 months, I was able to hit 290 pounds for 9 smooth repetitions. It absolutely freaking made my day to experience strength gains where I have been basically plateaued for years. Now, for the first week of this experiment, where I'm going 30 days without taking any supplements, my reps for the hammer strength chest press went down from 9 to 8. Second week, they went down to 7. Third week, they went down to 6. Fourth week, they remained at 6 repetitions. So pretty darn close to where I've been plateaued at for the past few years. And that was across the board for all exercises. My strength reduced back to baseline, where I've been for the past few years here. So the question is now, is it worth it to spend money on supplements to eke out a few extra repetitions here to increase your strength just a little bit? It's going to be a very individual question. Your response is going to be different than mine depending on what stage of the game you're at. And first of all, it's going to depend on the safety of the supplements. We don't know a lot about turkesterone, beta-ectosterone. There's not a lot of human studies. Beta-ectosterone is showing some promise, but we definitely need more research in regards to that. Not only in its effectiveness, but also its safety and use. But all supplements across the board. So you got to ask yourself, again, is it worth it to spend the money if it is safe just for those, to get those few extra reps? If I was younger, no doubt about it. If I was still in my prime, able to pack on muscle, absolutely 100%. At this stage of the game where I know I'm damn near my genetic muscular potential, it's not as big a deal to me, and likely spending money on supplements just to increase my bench press, I'm not all that interested in. It's more I'm taking supplements for my overall well-being, my overall health. I want to thrive in all aspects of life. I want to feel alive. I want to focus on longevity, being in this game for the long term, being able to give the best of myself to all that I do for decades to come. Now, one thing that I have definitely noticed is an increase in joint pain. Nothing severe, it's subtle, but it's definitely there, especially with my wrist. I jammed this at the beginning of hockey season last year. Took a few weeks to recover, and it's been fine ever since. Stopped taking the supplements, and I'm definitely feeling the discomfort there, and I've done nothing to kind of trigger that feeling or re-injure it or anything like that. My lifestyle's basically been the same. Now, in regards to sleep, the first few days without taking supplements, I noticed that my sleep was a little bit more interrupted. I was still getting to 8 to 8.5 hours, but I was waking up a little bit more in the middle of the night. Is that a result of not taking the supplements? It could have been anything, because after a few days I was able to get back to my normal sleep. I didn't feel like I was waking up as much, and my sleep, I'd been able, again, like I said, be consistent, getting 8 to 8.5 hours of sleep each and every night. Now, what I have noticed is that I wake up feeling energized, I feel charged up, ready to own the day, and I absolutely crush my day right up until about 2 p.m. and then I kind of hit a wall where I feel like I need to take a nap. I haven't felt like I've needed to take a nap in years, and actually many occasions throughout this past 30 days, I've taken a 10 to 20 minute nap, and I find that after 2 p.m., I'm not as energized, I'm not as focused, I'm not as productive. I mean, again, compared to normal standards, I'm kicking ass. I'm still doing really well, but compared to my standard, when I'm used to feeling like I finished my day strong and I just didn't have that kind of stamina to get through my day with full force, with full power. So could that be a sign that I still wasn't getting the quality sleep, even though I was sleeping for 8 to 8.5 hours? Maybe I was waking up and not realizing it. Even though I was waking up feeling refreshed, recharged, and energized, still may not be quite getting the quality sleep that I'm used to getting. And that could be why I'm feeling a little bit tired come mid-afternoon like that. And that could have an impact on my strength as well. It's really tough to say. I don't have any kind of Aura ring or watch to monitor my sleep, the quality of my sleep or anything like that. I'm just kind of going based on how I'm feeling. Now, that lull in energy could also be a sign that I'm lacking in some vitamins and minerals. Maybe not necessarily deficient in them, but low normal, and I'm used to being more like the high normal with a lot of these vitamins and minerals. And that would be absolutely freaking fascinating, because my diet is completely freaking dialed in. I mean, I'm eating mostly whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods, loads and loads of fruits and veggies. I mean, multiple servings of veggies with every single meal, servings of fruit with every meal except dinner. Sometimes when I have my third meal, the Greek yogurt, I don't include veggies in that, but I mean, I'm getting like multiple servings in my breakfast, multiple servings in my second meal, multiple servings in my dinner. I am getting a boatload of micronutrients and minerals within my food. So if I'm deficient in minerals from the quality of food that I'm consuming, I can only imagine the typical North American diet there. No wonder we tend to be deficient in vitamin D and magnesium and sometimes zinc and B12. Like, my B12's normal, but it's kind of the lower end of normal. So that's something I may be bumping up in the future there. But again, this is stuff to be aware of. And again, I made a point of getting out, being active outdoors, shirt off, getting exposure to the sun, like way more than normal size, really conscious and aware of that. Now, it's also important to note that I go hard. I work hard and play hard. When I am working, I am laser focused, crazy productive. So that can be mentally exhausting. Like I said, I work out 5 days per week, go for my walks in the morning. I'll go paddleboarding or bike riding or do some sort of activity in the afternoon, maybe another walk with Chief. I'm just on my feet all day. I work at a stand-up desk all day. Like, I go hard. So for me, like for a normal North American, my diet may be enough, but because I'm sweating so much and being so active and working my muscles and working my brain so much, that's using up a lot of those micronutrients, a lot of those vitamins and minerals. So I may require more supplementation because of that. So just something to be well aware of. So now the big question, now that this experiment is over, going 30 days without taking any supplements, what are my plans for supplementation going forward from here? For week number 1, the first thing that I'm really looking forward to is adding protein powder to my morning breakfast shake, just for the flavor, the texture, and the overall enjoyment from one of my favorite meals of the day. I'm also going to reintroduce vitamin D3 plus K2 and magnesium, mainly because those have been shown to be what we're most deficient in. Also going to reintroduce omega-3 fish oil in that first week. I'm going to be anxious to see if the omega-3 fish oil has an impact on my joint health, if the joint pain, the discomfort kind of goes away there. Also interested to see if the magnesium, which has a calming effect, improves my sleep quality at all, if all these basic supplements end up impacting my overall energy throughout the week. So really anxious to see how those 3 supplements feel. The one thing, like going without vitamin D3, the biggest concern for me through all this is that for the past 2.5 years, I have not experienced even so much as a sniffle. I haven't caught any kind of cold, nothing at all. I have been 100% healthy throughout this time, and I know that vitamin D3 has a positive impact on our immune system, our immune health, and I had bumped it up during the past 2.5 years to 5,000 IUs, and I think that has been played a key contributor in my overall health and well-being. So I'm like, please don't get sick during this 30-day challenge. So wouldn't it be worth it just eliminating vitamin D3? So I'm glad that didn't happen. Week number 2, I'm going to reintroduce creatine and ashwagandha. Really excited to see if creatine has a positive impact on my strength and endurance in the gym. Ashwagandha, I take it like 4 or 5 days per week. Again, it has a calming effect. It's great for helping reduce stress and anxiety. So I'll be interested to see if that has a positive impact on my sleep as well. Week number 3, I'm going to introduce Tonkat Ali, Cistanche, and Maca extract. Tonkat Ali, I did an experiment a few weeks prior to the Black Forest Terkestrone, experienced some very positive benefits from that as well. And I'll be combining it with the Cistanche this time. So really anxious to see if all 3 of those have a positive impact on libido, which my libido has been fine throughout without these supplements here, but I'll be interested to see, like, does it bump it up even more, which is a great thing. Certainly not something that I'll complain about for sure. And the maca extract as well. My dad's battling some prostate cancer right now. Red maca root has been shown to be beneficial for prostate health. So really looking forward to that. Week number 4, I'm going to introduce vitamin B12. That was something that, as I mentioned, my B12 levels, I think it was 197. So in the normal range, but kind of low normal. And when I see, like, my naturopath has had me on a B12 supplementation she's like, all right, you're in the normal range for B12, but why not bump it up? Why not try to get it optimal? And the same thing like with vitamin D3, with all these things, trying to get all these things to the optimal level, even if they're in the normal range, just so, again, I go hard. So I want to be able to give the best of myself to all that I do. So it's been a little while since I've taken a B12 supplement. I took it for several months. Something that I didn't really notice a difference, but I know could have some positive benefits there. So I'll take a vitamin B12 supplement. I'm also going to take a zinc supplement, 20 milligrams of zinc a day, to see if that has any kind of positive impact on me. So I'm really looking forward to reporting back to you a month from now what I experience, what I notice as I reintroduce these supplements in the order I'm planning on reintroducing them during the next 30 days. I hope you found benefit from watching today's video. If you did, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do him a favor and share it with them. But more than anything, I would love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, share your insights, share your feedback, share what supplements you love if you've ever done an experiment like this yourself, or if this has kind of sparked some interest in you doing a little self-experiment and, again, saving some money at the same time. Only going with the supplements that are actually worth it, that you're going to experience benefits from and actually thrive in all aspects of life. So really looking forward to hearing from you. And before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat, Get Jacked. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.